Hi there, come on in. It is Thursday night, January 6th, 2005. Winter's here and we can put the 2004 hunting and fishing seasons behind us. Fred will compare our deer hunting award data for the past two seasons, and we have a lot more, so stay tuned. I'm Zachary Trost with the first Practical Sportsman show of 2005.
From the rugged shores and woodlands of the north, it's a story of copper mines and iron ore, the Great Lakes fishery. To the farmlands of the southern counties we'll look around, my friend, at all that waits the sportsman in the state of Michigan. And sometimes when the moon brings out the diamonds in the snow, and the stillness of the forest lies encased in Arctic cold, the wind might whisper through the trees, listen if you can. It tells you of their beauty in the state of Michigan.
The January 3rd issue of the Michigan Outdoor News features a front-page DNR report on the 2004 deer season, which saw an estimated 285,000 deer taken from Monday, November 15th to the Tuesday of the 30th. How does the DNR come up with this number only a few weeks after the close of the season? Well, the DNR report says they use two methods. One is the survey of southbound traffic during the 16-day firearms season. These surveys are done by DNR wildlife personnel who are posted at strategic locations on the state's major highways. The observers don't watch for deer all day long. They spend a few hours on and a few hours off, tallying the deer feet and antlers they see sticking out of trailers, truck beds, and sticking out of the trunks of cars as they whiz by at 70 miles an hour. Then they record the number of vehicles with harvested deer seen during each counting period. What about the increasing number of hunters who transport deer inside their vehicles where they can't be seen from the outside? The DNR says that when hunters drive into the voluntary deer check stations along the highways, the DNR learns the ratio of visible to not visible deer on vehicles coming through these stations. They multiply the number of deer they see by that factor, grind out the data, and that's how they determined that 285,000 deer were taken by hunters this season. Obviously, the highway deer counts only tabulate the deer taken by hunters who live in southern Michigan but hunt the northern two-thirds of the state. They're the ones who are observed with deer as they drive home. But how does the DNR count the deer in the southern Lower Peninsula, where people hunt near home? The DNR says that the wildlife biologists have an extensive network of employee, hunter, and processor contacts during the firearm season. And from these individuals, the wildlife management supervisors come up with a harvest estimate for their area. So the DNR explains that the preliminary harvest estimate is derived using both the traffic survey and employee estimates. This year, the estimates came up to 285,000 deer harvested by an estimated 700,000 hunters who took to the field during the November 15th to 30th hunt. The DNR doesn't explain whether it actually counts hunters in the field or just presumes that each license sold represents a hunter who's out chasing deer. The number of hunters in the field varies depending on which day of the week the season opens and the weather and reports from other hunters during the season. Looking at the hunt region by region, the DNR estimates that 38,000 deer were taken in the UP compared to 45,000 last year, although the DNR admitted that the Mackinac Bridge count of vehicles with deer crossing the bridge throughout the firearm deer season was down substantially from last year. This winter, the DNR will send postcards to 50,000 hunters who bought deer licenses, and their responses will be used to formulate the final number of deer taken by Michigan hunters. On page 6, there's a report on the success from neighboring states, and these states don't use the estimate and guesstimate system that Michigan swears by. These states register or check in deer to try to verify each deer that is taken by a hunter. These early figures are estimates, and here's what it looks like. Illinois runs a longbow season, like Michigan, but has 3 short firearm seasons, Friday, November 19th to Sunday the 21st, Thursday, December 2nd to Sunday the 5th, and Friday, December 10th to Sunday the 12th. Illinois set a record this year with 114,113 deer taken. That's up from last year's record of 103,961. Ohio's firearm deer season ran 1 week, from Monday, November 29th to Sunday, December 5th, and hunters took 125,681 deer, which is 8% higher than last year. Indiana's 2-week firearm season runs the last 2 weeks in November, like Michigan, but they open on Saturday. This year it was November 13th to Sunday, November 28th. Data from their mandatory deer check-in won't be available until February, but wildlife managers say the harvest seems to be up 5 to 10% from last year's total of about 72,000. Wisconsin's 9-day deer season ran Saturday, November 20th to Sunday the 28th, and appears to be about the same as last year, with 303,160 deer registered by hunters so far. Wisconsin deer ecologist Keith Warnke said that in 2003, the final results of the 9-day regular gun season was 324,460 deer registered, and I suspect that this year will be very close to that when all the stubs are counted. Hopefully this year's count will not be marred by a scandal over hanging stubs. Now, there is a Michigan big game species that our DNR keeps track of with a mandatory count. That's the highly controlled annual hunt for elk. When correspondent Linda Gallagher filed her report, the December elk harvest stood at 105. With 121 licensed hunters, there was still a chance that the remaining 16 would get a couple of elk before the December season ended. Of the 105 elk taken, 41 were bulls, 50 were cows, and 14 were calves less than a year old. An elk calf is still quite large, and some bulls are huge. 2 of them were in the 700-pound range this year. Elk hunting in Michigan is by a lottery draw. This year, 40,000 hunters applied, 126 were selected, 121 were able to hunt. People who draw cow elk licenses have to wait 10 years before they can enter the drawing again. People who draw bull permits only get that one chance during their lifetime to hunt a wild Michigan elk. These articles and other items of interest to sportsmen can be found in the current issue of the Michigan Outdoor News, which is available on the newsstand or by subscription.
Keeping up on the outdoor news is important if you want to understand the evolution of the outdoors, why things aren't like they used to be. Now, what I'm trying to do here with the Practical Sportsman Foundation is to explore the changes in society and come up with ideas for solutions to the real problems that we're having in the outdoors. For example, in Zachary's Michigan Outdoor News, did you notice how the states around us set their deer hunting seasons? They all put Saturdays in a prime position. Wisconsin's 9-day season opens on a Saturday, closes on a Sunday, which gives hunters 2 full weekends. Indiana's 9-day season follows the same pattern, Saturday opener with 2 weekends. Ohio has a 7-day season, which opens on a Monday and ends on the weekend. Illinois maximizes the weekends by having split seasons, Friday through Sunday, Thursday through Sunday, and Friday through Sunday. That's 10 days of hunting, but 6 of those days are on the weekends. Now here in Michigan, on the other hand, the season is 16 days, but it always opens on November 15th, which is a different day of the week each year. Now this year it opened on a Monday, and if you'll remember from the outdoor news a couple weeks ago, a DNR spokesman commented that this year, quote, the harvest appeared to be down and the number of participants appeared to be down. Michigan Outdoor News editor Bill Parker added that biologists agree that the lower hunter numbers are expected when there's a Monday opener, but what wasn't expected was that those numbers didn't appear to improve in most areas as the season continued. So where does that leave us? Well, I think it's not only plausible, but it's very likely that Michigan's pattern of revolving our deer hunting opening day from year to year causes a lot more problems than it solves. Now, here's what I think the benefits are of keying the deer season and the deer openers to the weekends rather than the weekdays, something the states around us do. Now, first of all, weekend hunting doesn't interrupt the work week and the school week for hunters and their families. That gives the best hunting opportunities to as many people as possible. Keeping the seasons consistent from the weekend standpoint keeps the number of hunters more consistent from year to year, which makes the hunting pressure and the deer harvest more consistent and predictable. And a very important factor that doesn't seem to be considered here in Michigan is the benefit to businesses, especially the ones up north that depend on hunters. Now, we have 3 reports to look at here from opening day from our Practical Sportsman volunteer field reporters. Keep in mind as you listen to their reports how the opening day success and participation might be different if the opening day was on a Saturday rather than on a Monday.
It's about 7:15, Livingston County. There goes another shot. We've heard about a dozen shots. It was about 17 degrees this morning when we came in. Haven't seen anything yet. I'll check back with you in a little bit. 10 to 8. Still haven't seen anything. Heard about 30 shots total. It's cold. Got a little bit of corn out there. A lot of birds eating. It's dead calm. Sun's just starting to get over the trees. 9 o'clock. Haven't seen anything. Heard about 35 shots total now. Livingston County, pretty dead. Deer camp, 2004.
Pretty slow.
What'd you see, John?
Not much. About 3 does. That's it.
What'd you see, Mike?
Oh, a couple bucks, 8 point, and looked like an 8, and some does, probably 5 or 10 does.
No shots?
No, couldn't get a shot on them.
Livingston County has lots of deer and big deer, but you heard Tony's Monday morning report, pretty slow. Well, let's move over to Dan Stottle in Ionia County. Now, keep in mind, the hunter who got the buck in this report probably had to play hooky from school because very few school districts anymore let the kids out for opening day, and it's also something that a lot of parents won't allow.
Hi, this is Dan Stottle. I'm reporting live from Ionia County, private land. Slight wind, probably 5 mile an hour, real calm, conditions are perfect. Has been all weekend. Been seeing quite a few bucks. It's cold, below 32. I got a pond over here on the side of me, got iced over. It's 7:45 in the morning. I've seen 5 deer. Can't tell if any of them are bucks. It's kind of dark. Quite a few shots. Heard probably 30, 35 shots. Nothing real close. We're gonna sit here, hold out, and wait for something big to come along. I'll be checking back in with you. This is Dan Stadel reporting live, Ionia County, private land. The boy was hunting in the field, one field over. About 9:30, we heard 3 shots. Got a 2-way call. He thought he hit it. We're gonna walk over here and take a look. See if we can find some blood.
Right here.
Huh? Where'd you last see him at? Look at the deer guy.
Huh?
Good job.
Oh, I see the deer.
Here's the white tail.
I didn't even see it. Oh, yeah.
See what you got.
Look at him. Not again.
Let's get a look at him. Oh yeah. Big old swollen neck.
About a 2-year-old deer, probably.
Look at that.
I think Fred would count that.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty
Good
big,
job.
too. Oh, you did a little bit of last
Look at
minute.
that thing was huge.
Well, congratulations,
Well, I'm not
Ryan.
seeing no slugger holes. Good job.
Wow.
Big healthy deer. Good print on him.
He's already
First one of gun season, opening day. Sweet. Our all-star shooter.
opening day.
Actually, you would expect much better success for a Monday opener in the southern counties because people can stay at home, they can go to work, go to school, and hunt the hours that they have available around home. But not so for people who live in the south and hunt northern Michigan, especially the Upper Peninsula. I mean, you have a day's travel up, a day's travel back, and without a weekend involved, a lot of people just can't afford to take the time off to hunt up north for the opener. And I think you'll see the effects here from our Marquette County report.
Hello, sportsmen. I'm Tom Tompkins, Westland, Michigan. I'm reporting from southern Marquette County, Boney Falls, about 28 miles outside of Escanaba. I'm hunting with my son Christopher and my brother Doug, and things are looking pretty good. We've seen quite a few big does, not seeing as many bucks as we usually do. Seeing a lot of rubs and scrapes. Looking forward to the opener. We're hunting on the Jim Shiren farm. There's about 12 hunters that hunt on the farm. I got an acre here in southern Marquette County, but we hunt on the farm because it's excellent hunting down there. And forecast for the opener is sunny and like 50 degrees, which is a little bit warm for me, but we're looking forward to it. I got a new blind. I'm going to be up in the air this year, so we'll see you tomorrow morning from southern Marquette County. And one other thing I'd like to add is it's a QDM zone, so you have to have 3 points on one side. It's been that way now for a few years, and we really like it a lot. I think it's working out great for the hunters. So we'll see you in the morning from southern Marquette County.
Good morning from the UP, southern Marquette County. Well, I just had some action, but nice buck. But I couldn't get a good shot at him. That was the first shot I'd heard all morning. Well, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you can see one way down there, right in the middle of the picture, crossing the pipeline. That's about the 6th deer I've seen, but they've all been down there, quite a ways away. So, it's been quiet, hardly any shooting. It's just as calm as could be, about 35 degrees now. But if we don't see anything else, we'll get back to you after lunch. Okay, we've come to my son, opening morning. How'd you do, Chris?
I've seen a few. I've seen 11, I think, total. Nothing real close. All does and fawns, it looked like to me.
Seemed like there's not as much shooting this year to me.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a little bit of shooting early on, then it died off after about 9 o'clock. So.
Okay, well, we'll hope that this afternoon brings better luck for both of us. Been a pretty good year, seen a few deer. Just a nice buck early this morning, and saw a spike just a little while ago. And for the practical sportsman, this is Tom Tompkins signing off. Just remember, friends, family, and the outdoors, you can't beat it.
What a great philosophy. Friends, family, and the outdoors, you can't beat it. Hey, I think we'll have to use Tommy Tompkins' line here as a tagline on this show. But family and friends can't always take the time off for a Monday opener, and we're seeing that in Michigan. So when is the next Saturday opener for deer hunters? Well, we just had one in 2003, and because of leap year, it skipped to Monday in 2004. We go to Tuesday this coming November, Wednesday in 2006, Thursday 2007, then we leap to Saturday in 2008. Well, let's look at the long-term forecast. In the next 21 years, we have 3 Saturday openers, 2008, 2014, and because of leap years, 2025. Now, is this going to be good for deer hunting, deer hunters, businesses that depend on hunters, and the economy in general? Well, I hear all the hoopla about tradition, but if we want to find solutions to the real problems we're having in the outdoors in Michigan, we might want to consider changing our approach to opening day. Chad Cohn from Auburn got a bunch of crappie. Saginaw Bay.
Yep,
Now that Saginaw Bay isn't like your crappie hole.
No, it's not. My buddy told me about a hole off of one of the rivers that run into it, and I went there, and after the biggest fish that I caught, he said I made the biggest mistake. So.
What was the mistake?
Telling me where to go.
Oh, he made the mistake.
Yep.
Well, I guess, look at this one. I guess this might be the biggest one, Master.
In the middle here.
Yeah, that is, well, over 2 pounds,
Yep.
16 inches. That's interesting. So you were ice fishing.
Yes, sir.
And in both the beginning of January and the end of February, same place?
Yep. Every day I'd go, I'd catch one, and that's it. Nothing more. One, and I'd just leave.
Fishing probably with a minnow on a jig?
Swedish pimple. Straight Swedish pimple, no minnow.
Just catch one, because these are schooling fish.
Just catch one. That's it. I'd sit out there for like 4 hours one day, pick up one, and head home. That's it. A few pike, but nothing major. Just hammer handles.
But you fish Saginaw Bay, perch, walleye, stuff to eat.
Right.
You eat the crappie?
No. Well, these ones here, they all went to the taxidermist, so no. But the smaller ones, yeah. Yep. About this size, the white crappie size.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, good. Chad Cohn from Auburn.
Thank you.
That is cool.
Yep.
Wherever your secret spot is off of one of those rivers.